What's cracking this Ruga? Y'all already know the vibes, bro. Look, I'm back here with another video. I'm not gonna do too much talking on why I was gone, but I had to handle a bunch of stuff. So thank you, and please forgive me for being long so much. I got the whole PC set up now. Only thing we missing is the mic. Everything is all set up. So as you guys see from the thumbnail and the title, I'm gonna be telling you guys my top five, obviously, my top five mangas that I've been reading in my absence. So if you guys, effing with your boy, please leave a like and subscribe. Show some love in the comments because your boy needs some love. And without further ado, let me get right into it. Pressure. What's going on, y'all? It's me. So yeah, boom. Those who wondering who I am, well, you probably don't know who I am, but I guess you're about to find out. I guess the safest way to describe what I do is I bullshit my way through the YouTube search community in search of a community that loves me unconditionally. But we all know that's never gonna happen. So, as you guys know, in all seriousness, I'm just a nigga that likes to be professional and tries to keep it professional on YouTube. So if y'all guys can, show some love for your boy. I review games, anime, and ooh, no, not today. But I guess my main objective is to put a few animes or mangas that I've watched or read in my absence on your radar. Now, granted, these animes are particularly action-based animes, so they have no real subliminal or pivotal plot behind them. But obviously, they are what I wanted them to be, and I like them, so I'm gonna show you them. As far as like maybe like other videos like this, I probably do a few more things. I just got some gameplay in the background, but let's get right into it. Now, I know I said I get the video started off, and I'm not the type of person to do shit like this, but I really need some love on this, yeah. I really need some love. I love reading comments, and if I could do it all day, I would. So now, without further ado, my top five action manga that I recommend for you fuckers. So to start off the list, I'm gonna slide this manga right here. This is the One Punch Man manga. Honestly, this manga, this one right here, this offers a bunch of different things. It has actual comedy that we can realistically relate to because it's actually funny. Unlike all the other animes and mangas that try to apply comedic elements, it never really fit the tone of the show, and they always are really corny. It's usually in like them weird ass etchies, but we can usually apply them to our world. I think that the hate of this show and manga is because the show is never really about the main character because the author and the audience are the main character in the sense that the author's job is to make us feel like the everyman in the sense that Saitama is the everyman. So I guess when, they didn't focus the entire show on Saitama because they thought that the mature enough audience would probably understand it and not a bunch of 10-year-olds act like babies because it's not the correct animation style that they wanted, that is what threw everybody off. But I'm here to tell you that the manga is absolutely amazing. It's gorgeous from from ranging from the outrageous designs and the fights and just everything. It has some really neat fights in there. They have a bunch of different chaotic character design elements that are just all over the place, but it's perfectly done. I mean, like there's a scene in the manga that I'm not gonna try to spoil, but like there's this, I guess this old ass enemy that they're really fighting, and it's like every single thing that he drew on that page and panel came out so crisp. It just came out so nice. I don't know why it came out so nice. It looks so good, and it just was like, how does he do that constantly, over and over and over? It was like every panel, and I'm surprised that he's still putting mangas out because it's like, my nigga, take a break. Like you're doing this too much, and it's so nice, and it's like it's gonna make your little boy parts. And like, I swear to God, like it's so crazy, bro. Like the story revolves around Garo, which you guys know already. If you didn't, you're dumb. But the story revolves around Garo, and obviously he's an anti-hero or a villain, whatever you want to call it. But he's one of my favorites purely because he has a way of thinking that is similar to mine. It's really just everything is black and white. But we'll get into that a little later. And as far as that is why you guys should definitely read One Punch Man. If you haven't watched it or read it, I definitely think that you should check it out. And without further ado, let's get right into the next one. So for the second manga, I'm gonna waste this throwing your time. I'm gonna throw this in your face. This is called Nemesis. It's like your typical fantasy manga, but in my opinion, the characters aren't as dainty and ignorant, which offers a lot of room for like stands and development. So in my opinion, fantasy mangas, which is like the ones that we're talking about right now, they have like this weird, ignorant, dainty element to it, where all the main characters is just like ignorant to everything that's going on around them. But in reality, when you create a separate world, you should have some way that the reader should be able to relate in some form or shape. Obviously, with us being immersed inside the show or the manga, we should be able to connect with the characters and not feel like the place is so far out of our reach. And that happens like at least 20 out of freaking 100 times. For every manga that does it right, there's like 100 more that don't. So yeah, this is a really good manga. It's Nemesis. I'm not gonna spoil too much. There's a bunch of ecchi in it too. If you guys like boobs, whatever you guys like, fucking weirdos. But yeah, this is a really good manga. It's actually pretty intriguing. The stories aren't really like your typical run-of-the-mill fantasy manga. It has some really good elements, and the two main characters are really dope. They have like really good chemistry, so I really recommend this. But obviously for like fantasy elements, it's really polished. It's really good polished anime, and I wouldn't tell you guys a lie. So yeah, I think you guys should go check out Nemesis, and all links for the mangas will be in obviously in the description. So yeah. Now honestly, if you haven't been reading this, you're probably under a rock, and this anime is the no, what is it? My Hero Academia. Yeah, My Hero Academia is one of the greatest mangas I've ever read, and I don't care too much about Deku, but in the sense that every single character gets their own sub story and some form of plot, ranging from the civilians even to the main characters that have their own personality traits that you just generally can't find in other TV shows. I feel like I can connect to almost every single character in my own way because they all share the same aspect of a personality trait that I've once had or do have. So if you guys have not been reading any My Hero Academia, I really recommend it, ranging from the heroes and their ideas and just how they all think about the certain things that's revolving around their world, and it's supposed to be some perfect utopia, but in reality it's not, obviously, with the show coming out and people being ripped to shreds. But yeah, so I do think that the show is a really good show and a good read. If you guys haven't been reading My Hero, I suggest you catch up, and that way you'll be ahead of the anime. You can just binge it. But yeah, My Hero is definitely a good read. And on to the last manga. Hey man, in complete utter honesty, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not finishing this video. It's not going down like that. I got stuff in the background. I'm not finishing it. I don't have the patience. Yeah, I just heard my speaker cut off. I don't have the patience, man. I really don't. So if you guys do want to see a part 2 for this and a full in-depth analysis or video on me, obviously giving y'all the features and whatnot, all types of crazy shit with the mangas and the animes. But y'all want to see some gameplay. Y'all nigga be streaming. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to see something like that, I definitely could hook y'all up with that. I got a little something planned on for that. But like I said, I'm gonna take my eyes to bed. It's right now. It's 12:34. I started editing this video at 10 o'clock. It took me almost 2 hours, 2 damn hours, to edit in a minute and 41 seconds. Y'all niggas don't pay the bills here. So unless y'all really want longer videos, like I said, bro, what the fuck? Leave a comment. Let me know that y'all want some longer videos. I could do 11-minute videos. It won't have as heavy as editing, but maybe it will, depending on how much love I get in the video. But it's your boy Ruger signing off right here. Love y'all niggas, man, and have a blessed day.